Hey mates, I just want to show you my little overhaul of my factory. So it's version 2.0, I guess. It's quite a lot of changes compared to the previous version, but it's an amazing change. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my new factory design. As usual, it's still just one assembler. If you don't know what it is about here, uh, I play the game with just was one assembling machine and try to figure out how to make it work and make it fast. And yeah, that's it. Um, I changed a lot of stuff, to say the least. And yeah, let's start with it. Let's zoom out. This is my new factory design. My previous factory was in this area, but had not enough space, so I changed it and moved it to here. It took me quite a while, as you can see here, almost 3 days I worked on this. The whole reworking process was only 1 day, but yeah. I had to figure out some stuff, especially this little areas and my buffer system. Got a complete overhaul. Yeah, let's show you my new design. I'm really happy with it, and it's lovely. It works like a charm. Yeah, let's stop here so the bots are not in the way. Um, as you can see, the main change after digging about a little bit in the forums, I found this amazing post about having different fluids on one pipe, and this is amazing. You guys are, yeah, really great. I never have had thought about you can put three fluids on one pipe, and that's the biggest change in my book, at least. Because now I have three. Come on, I'm stuck. I have three more slots for my loading area on my factory. As I mentioned it in my earlier videos, if you want to see the changes, you can look at part 3, I guess it is, of this series. Previously I had all three inputs from the oil from different sides. So anyway, as you can see, now I have three more loading points, and this makes this factory really nice. It's a complete step up compared to the other version. And I had a look on my videos and was thinking, wow, I'm doing so much wrong compared to the numbers. And yeah, anyway, so I changed it to be more better. And this it is. As you can see, I don't have the belt unload anymore. I got rid of it. It was a little bit sad, but it had to go, especially with the three new areas. So now I have still my 4 unloading inserters, and they are enough for everything. I can show you in a second. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about here. Sorry. Uh, yeah, I have 8 inserters for my loading, factory loading here, and it's really great. Yeah, I changed the area for the loading materials here. So all my materials I need for making products. Still figuring out how to set up it in the best way. This area is my general area for products. I only need one chest, so one delivery is enough because you have not the products you made don't need that much space. An exception is the yellow inserter. The yellow inserter you need for blue and red and green inserters, and they use quite a lot. So I had 1, 2, 3 inputs, and it's enough to feed the factory at almost max capacity for the blue, green, and red. As you can see, I don't have every product on the line for now. I change it on the go, so if I need something, I put it on the line. I can show you how I do it. Maybe I can, yeah, a little bit later. Anyway, so I have my 3 input areas here and here. These are my main input areas. Here I have a red inserter because I have to step over the pipe. He's a little bit slower, so I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with this. It's mainly for support reasons. So if I have some trouble with loading my factory for one product, I put it here. So coal is just a test for this. Yeah, it's a great looking at my factory. Let's have a look at the map here. As you can see, it's a wonderful pattern. I tried to put it in the middle. I can show you. I'll tell you in a second what this is all about here. Here I switched my oil. I moved my oil from this area to this area. It's still not very good. I'm not happy with it, but I had not the time to figure out the oil stuff, especially with the information you can put multiple fluids on one pipe. I definitely want to change this to a very nice design, but not for now. Here you can see, I tell you what this is in a second. It's basically my loading stuff for all my copper oil and bloody hell. Stay on route here. No, it's yeah. Let's have a check here. It's iron plates, copper plates, bricks, and my steel. So now we got this out of the way. Here is my in this section is my all my products I'm producing going over this little output area in this section, and from this section they go back in this area. Why I'm doing this, also explaining it in a hopefully in a couple of minutes. Yeah, I have my heavy materials I need, like the green circuits, copper cables, of course. They were a blast to make. Iron gears, and yeah, this is for testing. It looks nice. My red circuits now they are almost empty. Oh well, 10K. That's pretty good. Anyway, this is for testing here. All products I'm making coming from these 2 chests. Yes, I decided to join the 2 outputs to one chest, so the bots have only these 2 points to grab from, and that works pretty good. All products go to this chest. This delivery system can fill a complete blue belt. A little bit more than a blue belt, so I had to switch it for copper cables, because copper cables I'm producing more than 1 blue belt in one go, and so I had to switch it to 2 lines, and this delivery system can empty this chest in no time. Works pretty good. This is a loading section. It's yeah, you can compare it to this area. Here I only have 1 product, but this area is the same principle, but it gets loaded with all my products I need. So like every little yeah, belt, whatever I need comes from this belt. gets delivered here and gets from these chests into the provider chests. The the conditions for this chests are set pretty, I don't know, yeah, words, I don't know how to say it. Yes, I have my condition here for the loading of the area on my inserter, and I have my condition for the chest, how much items I want to have in the chest. If this gets drained, the it's all connected over a network, so I know how much inserters I have. I can check it here, and as you can see here, I have 3000 yellow inserters in my factory area, and if it falls below this 3000, this kicks in and delivers new inserters to the system. Pretty standard. Yeah. Yeah, I try to stay with a symmetrical design. It was not really my goal to go for it, but yeah, it grew naturally, and now it's pretty good. It's I have my bot network here, as you can see here. I have way too much bots in my system, as you can see here, 1000 robots. I need 300 to 400 bots if everything is working. So different parts of the system coming online, not only the factory, the delivery system. I have here some maintenance areas where I switch products between my networks. Yeah, 300 bots is pretty much the max capacity that this system needs to work. Yeah. Yeah, looks pretty nice. I can show you in a second. Oh yeah, my oil. My oil products, or let's go with fluids. My fluids are controlled over these pumps, and the pumps are connected to a little constant combinator where I can set what oil I want to have. So if I want to have um, sulfuric acid, I just have to change the number above 1. So 1 is the stop condition. That's pretty much it. Yeah. This section, the loading area. So I digress a little bit. Sorry. I'm coming back to this in a second. My logistic conditions. As you can see here, I changed it to my previous version. I put steel, bricks, and the red circuits also on this network, and still have two products I can deliver only by bots. So these are the products that only delivered by bots, and this is pretty much this. These sections here, they are the source for the products. The whole system, you can see here, is to fill one chest with max capacity from one belt. What this system is doing is it can drain a blue belt with max capacity. So if my bots say need grabbing the products out of this chest, and with max capacity of a blue belt, so the chest gets filled with max capacity from this blue belt, and the blue belt is yeah. It's not quite right. There are some issues with it's a little bit slower than a full blue belt, but that's no issue for my factory. But I have to look at it if you switch to more assembling machines and you try this system and you want a full blue belt, you have to change it a little bit. Yeah. Same for the bricks, same for the iron ore, and same for the chest. I have a little condition here. It's not really needed. Uh, because I don't want to have this chest fully filled. I don't know why. I could easily set, as you can see here, put it in this way, and it would work the same. I'm probably switching to blue inserters at one point to make it a little bit cleaner, but this was my first approach, and yeah, it is how it is now. Yeah, I have these little sections here. I really don't remember why I did it, but yeah. These inserters grab from this line, and these inserters grab from the outer line. So I have the belt gets a little bit better divided. Yeah, it's, I don't know if it's the right word. Anyway, this should be explained. Here, just a quick look at my oil here. If you have no lights in it, let's grab light and make some lights for you. So, no, of course. Here, and one here. Yeah. Sorry. So, and as you can see here, all is filled up and it's not working. It starts working if my factory needs oil products. Yeah, I leave a lot of space between the different sections, so I think I need the space later for putting in some pumps and some circuit network conditions. So I was going with this system here. Yeah, still not very happy with it, but it's for now. It fits all in one RoboPort area, as you can see here. If I come up, if I hover over my network, over my RoboPort, I I don't know if it's right or if it's wrong, but I wanted to go with all robot networks in my system are disconnected, so are not they are not connected. As you can see here, this brick area, this is the device. Words, come on. Yeah, I have a robot network in this area and then robot network in this area. So the robots from this area cannot go to this section. So all the stuff I have to do with robots in this area are only done with this robots here in this section. And that's pretty much, if you have a look at my map, here you can see I divided all my little sectors in robot networks. So here I have a robot network with 10 robots. Here I have a robot network with 10 robots. Here I'm not really needed, but here you see here I have no brick line. So this whole area is a robot network. If I have a look at my map, and if I go on my map as on the landscape as well, I can see, oh, here is a different network. Works pretty good. Not sure if it's needed, but it works. No, it does not work. It does not only work. It's a very interesting approach to the system, I think, because you can have some conditions where you want to deliver your items. As you can see here, my oil products go over this connection in this network, in the other network. So I deliver here some battery. Oh, come on. I deliver my batteries to this chest. It gets switched to the other network, and from here the robots can grab the oil stuff. Here comes my coal, and if you see if you look at the map, my coal comes from where is it? From here. Here's my coal area, and all my robots and the coal is delivered by robots. Pretty cool stuff, huh? You would say, "Oh, way! This is bloody." I don't know how to say it. It's slow like hell. But the problem is, not the problem. Sorry. The system works in this way. So let's say my oil factory needs coal. It doesn't need much coal. That's another point. It needs coal. So the coal gets grabbed here from this chest. This condition is true. The robot in this section deliver from here is my next connection point. Deliver the coal from here to this section, and they are done. The same. Oops, sorry. The same goes. The coal comes from here, from this point to this point. This robots in this area grab the coal and so on. And this is where my coal is going. So it starts here. 10 robots deliver coal, 10 robots deliver coal, 10 robots deliver coal, and so on, and the coal gets delivered to my system. This is basically the same thing for every item. So I have the same with my iron ore. I don't need much iron ore, just a couple of iron ore for my concrete production, but that's how I do it, and that's pretty good. So the robot don't go from here straight to the whole line and deliver the coal from here. Every little network is connected, and they have short distances to. And still got my bloody solar patch. That's the next part I'm getting rid of. I switched my main plant to this condition, as you can, or might guess, you can see here. I tried to, I had my first steps with my plant, but it didn't work so well, and I had not the time to work on it. But in the next stage of my factory, you see this is my whole main area. So the power plant gets, it's a steam power plant that feeds my whole factory. Yeah, as you can see here, my lovely design pattern for my buffer system. I don't know if I explain it in this video. Probably not. I explained it in another video, so it's disconnected from my. This is a sorting system I try to develop. It's still a work in progress. If it's ready, it might change this section here. This is pretty good. It's a sorting system for my ore. So my trains deliver all sorts of ore, and it gets sorted and goes to the little buffer area here. Yeah, this is basically the end of this tour. Yeah, as you can see here, I have a little test for my defense stuff. I was working on my train system. So I checked the ore patch and checked the conditions for whatever. I don't know what I've done here. And the buyers decided this is a good point to have a look, to visit the factory. And I had no defenses at this point at the factory. So I was here. The big bada party showed up. They killed my whole. Yeah, they killed almost all of my this area. So destroyed the whole area. That's what it was really funny, right? Because I thought, wow, where are you coming from? You bloody yeah, and they destroyed it, and it was quite a mess. And they also destroyed this area, which is quite expensive with all the beacons and all the speed modules. It was got complete destroyed, and a second time. And the second time they did this, I decided, well, okay, enough is enough. I built a wall, and so I decided I go a little bit overboard here. So, yeah, this is mostly a test. At one point, I want to go at war with fighters, especially in this area. I want to try if my little assembler can maintain complete war zone. I put a wall here, my turret and defense line, like mines and whatever I'm coming up with. I'm not sure about this yet. Uh, I I want to see if my little assembler can maintain a defense line. So this would include making all the stuff, turrets, walls, construction robots, all you need, mines, and ammunition, of course. And it gets delivered by trains here, hopefully in this area, and then it gets delivered, and hopefully, and I'm really looking forward to see this, if I can see if I can maintain a defense wall. Otherwise, I have to clear this area, and I'm not really fond of this idea, because as you can see here, huge areas I had to huge area I had to clear just to yeah, to be quiet, have no trouble with the biter population. And it was not really necessary. This is my next area. I'm going for my, as you can see here, my ore patches are getting drained a little bit. Copper I'm pretty good at, but the iron is a little bit, yeah, I need a little bit more iron patches. It's still okay, but I think, yeah. And I need stone. I'm completely out of stone in this area, so I need the stone from this section here. The next version goes here. This is my next loop, and probably a train station here. And yeah, I also have to maintain a defense line on this section. Will be fun. I think when I'm going with my when I'm going with my steam plant, this oil area, so it's my fuel area, it's only making fuel, will not be enough. So I'm looking forward to make a new one here, so I can grab this whole section, maybe here another one, no, here and another one, so I have this area. And of course this area is pretty rich on oil. Here it's a little enclave for the next oil, definitely. It's a lot of oil patches, and this should, yeah, probably don't need more than these oil patches here. But anyway, this comes in the next version. All right. This is, oh, I didn't show you. Oh well, let's see. If you are interested how the factory works, it's, yeah, you might go to part 3. I'm explaining it a little bit. It doesn't, it did not change in the main part. So let's make some copper cables here, and I can show you. Copper cables is always good. Copper cables is, as you can see here, 3.6K copper cables. It's a production, and you have to deal with this number. So the input is not very heavy, so you don't have to deal with much input, but 3.6K output. And as you can see here, the bots are catching up pretty good, so they can deliver, they can unload the factory pretty good. Same on this section here. Yeah, come on. As you can see here, the chest gets drained pretty good. So this means this unload system can handle the 2.6K that comes from my factory. and yeah, it gets sorted out. Ah, bloody autosave. Come on. It gets sorted out here. The bots deliver it to this system. Yeah, I like the idea to go in heavy bot related. Never use bot in this. I never really used bots for maintaining my factory. It was always bells and inserters. Not this factory, in my other games too. So this is my first experience with bots, and I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty amazed what they can do, and yeah. That's what I'm going for here. At least for because I really want my high numbers here, and this factory can do an amazing job. Let's switch to, I don't know, something input heavy. This is also nice to look at. The green circuits. The green circuits need 2.7K input, as you can see here, copper cables. They need 800 something or 900 something iron plates. So this is an input of 3 point whatever. And the output is 1.3K. It's pretty much the max capacity for 0.5 items. 0.5 seconds items, if you don't know what I mean. As you can see here, the production time for electronic circuits is 0.5 seconds, and you need 3 copper cables, 1 iron plate. And yeah, it's pretty amazing to see how the factory can handle it. I don't know if you compare all the numbers. If you are new to my series, you might not know what this is about. Yeah, maybe you check out part 3. It's where I'm explaining how it works and what I'm going for. Bloody autosave. What I'm going for. But the numbers are, in my book, pretty amazing, and it's, if you see this 1.3K per minute electronic circuits, you might compare this to a normal factory, and it's, I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to what a normal multi-assembler factory can handle. This is it's a really good challenge. So if you want to try it out, it's not boring by any means. It's really entertaining, at least for me, because you have really a lot of problems you have to solve. You need circuitry for your factory. In some other factory designs, you don't even bother with the circuit, but in this factory design, you really need the circuit system. So you have to work with this. You need to know how inserters work. You need to figure out some designs you might not need for other factories. You never have seen a factory that needs one chest delivered by bots and put on the belt. I don't know. Might be wrong on this. Anyway, the time was flying a little bit. I'm I'm looking forward, if you are interested, or if you have any questions for this design or any suggestions, as usual, just give me a comment or let me know what you think about it. You might think, even if you find it boring or whatever, let me know what you think about it. I'm definitely going this approach a lot more. I don't know, this was wrong, sorry. Yeah, I have still a lot of areas I want to change in my factory, and I'm pretty sure I have another 9 days working on this factory. There are so much areas I have trouble with, so much areas I want to change, and some things I have to try out, and that's pretty much it. So it's a lot of fun still in this factory, even at this stage. As you can see here, I sent it a rocket, so it's basically game 1. Anyway, um, nice you had a look at my factory, and take care of yourself, and see you.